The calendar sheds its skin upon the dusty floor, while I stand tall within this cold and open door. The soil has granted every wish I ever sowed. I walk the miles of this heavy amber road. The shadows stretch long across the waving grain. I feel no burden from the winter or the rain. My chest is full of all the prizes I have won. I'll watch my spirit rising with the morning sun. The scent of honey lingers on the cooling breeze. It flows like wine through all the shaking orchard trees. A sugar rush that settles deep inside my bones, the finest harvest that a lucky traveler owns. This is the love that outlives every ticking hand, the steady pulse that moves across the fertile land, a constant flame that never flickers in the gale, the only ship that finds a wind to set the sail through every season. As the colors turn to gray, this iron bond will never falter or decay. I watch the silver birds ascend the coastal blue. They carry messages I long ago withdrew. The terminal is just a porch where strangers wait, but I am anchored here behind a different gate. The nectar dripped from every word you spoke to me. It tastes of salt and sap and wild discovery. A sugar rush that settles deep inside my bones, the finest harvest that a lucky traveler owns. This seems for love that outlives every ticking hand, the steady pulse that moves across the fertile land, a constant flame that never flickers in the gale, the only ship that finds a wind to set the sail through every season. As the colors turn to gray, this iron bond will never falter or decay.
The dust has settled on the porch where I once stood. I packed the heavy iron keys and leave for good. The maps are torn along the creases of my pride. There is no longer any ghost for me to hide. The morning air is biting at my hollow chest. I'm heading out to find a place for me to rest, away from shadows that were tethered to my name. The road ahead is never going to look the same. The clock is ticking, but the hands are made of glass. I watch the seasons and the heavy wagons pass. My vision stretches to the rim of every hill. The longing in my laurel keeps my body still. I search for signs inside the shifting of the haze, a flash of silver in the middle of the maze. The distance calls me like a bell beneath the sea, until the horizon is the only thing I see. Goodbye to every heavy chain I used to wear. I cast my burdens to the cold lit open air. The bridge is burning to a thin and grayish smoke. I shake the layers of the heavy winter cloak. My eyes are burning for a glimpse of something new. The sky is bleeding into shades of darker blue. I wait for mercy in the middle of the gale, until the light begins to shimmer through a veil. Goodbye to every heavy chain I used to wear. I cast my burdens to the cold and open air. The bridge is burning to a thin and grayish smoke. I let the layers of the heavy winter cloak. My eyes are burning for a glimpse of something new. The sky is bleeding into shades of darker blue. I wait for mercy in the middle of the gale, until the light begins to shimmer through the veil. Feather on a stone, a quiet comfort for a man who walks alone. It brushes softly on the lines across my face, a quiet healing in this wide and lonely space. The jagged edges of the world begin to fade. I've paid the ransom for the choices that I made. The wind is singing like a mother to a child. The bitter winter is becoming something mild. I feel the pulse of salty honest in the ground. I steady my sea in the silence I have found. The way is narrow but the grass is turning green, the kindest water that these tired eyes have seen. No more a captive to the fever of the chase. I find my balance in the center of your grace. The morning star is rising steady in the east. The hungry spirit has been offered up a feast. Goodbye to every heavy chain I used to wear. I cast my burdens to the cold and open air. The bridge is burning to a thin and grayish smoke. I shed the layers of the heavy winter cloak. My eyes are burning for a glimpse of something new. The sky is breathing into shades of darker blue. I wait for mercy in the middle of the gale, until the light begins to shimmer through the veil. A flower pinned upon my dress to hide the sorrow I confess. The perfume lingers in the air, though you are gone and I'm still here. Just a ghost of white and green, the saddest love I've ever seen. A fading scent, a broken heart. That's how the lonely stories start. Just a ghost of white and green, the saddest love I've ever seen. A fading scent, a broken heart. That's how the lonely story starts. Are dimmed at 10:30. The band begins to play again. A saxophone starts crying low, with nowhere left for us to go. Some blues and midnight hay. I'm lost inside the smoky maze. The melody is bittersweet, like rain upon a quiet street. The ice melts into a shallow ember pool, while the saxophone warms a forgotten rule. She sits where the shadows stretch across the floor, tracing the ring her finger no longer wore. The velvet curtain swallow up the street noise, leaving only the ghost of a lover's poise. A single candle flickers in a glass cage, turning over another blank and heavy page. Manhattan drinks its fill of a midnight rain, a vintage written on the jagged edge of pain. The piano keys are teeth in a weary smile, walking the length of a solitary mile. She leans her chin upon a trembling hand, a castaway on a concrete island of sand. The vintage pours until the bottle runs dry underneath the starless and indifferent sky. The waiter moves like a clockwork ghost in blue, polishing silver for a party of two. But the chair across the cloth is cold and bare, just a lingering scent of pomade in the air. She counts the bubbles rising to the brink, finding the answers in the bottom of a drink. The skyscrapers are bars on a golden cage, written in the margins of a lonely age. The trumpet flares a cry for a taxi cab, cutting through the dark like a velvet stab. The city pulses a heartbeat out of sync, pausing for a second on the very brink. Manhattan drinks its fill of a midnight rain, a vintage rhythm on the jagged edge of pain. The piano keys are teeth in a weary smile, walking the length of a solitary mile. She leans her chin upon a trembling hand, a castaway on a concrete island of sand. The vintage pours until the bottle runs dry underneath the starless and indifferent sky. The midnight rain, a vintage rhythm on the jagged edge of pain. The piano keys are teeth in a weary smile, walking the length of a solitary mile. She leans her chin upon a trembling hand, a castaway on a concrete island of sand. The image pours until the bottle runs dry underneath the starless and indifferent sky. The taxi splashed a puddle on 33rd, a shade of violet no one has ever heard. She hangs her velvet coat by the swinging door, where the sawdust settles on the checkered floor. The upright bass is leaning like a tired ghost to the lady leaning hardest on a Sunday roast. She tilts her glass and watches the embers swirl, just another diamond in a rhinestone world. The ice is melting in a slow decay, while a saxophone carries the sins away. There is a vintage ache in the way she sips, with a prayer for mercy on her painted lips. The city is a furnace that burns so cold, for the hearts that traded silver for the gold. Drinking down the silence of a Manhattan sky, where the buildings are tall and the spirits are dry. A second hand, stuck in the middle of a no man's land. She isn't waiting for a code or a key, just a temporary lapse in her memory. But red on the rim is a crimson stain, like a lonely signal in the pouring rain. The pianist plays a chord that feels like grit, the kind of jagged truth that refuses to quit. She traces a circle in the condensation, a map leading nowhere but a subway station. Her pearls are heavy as a chain of regrets, under a haze of ghosts and old cigarettes. The waiter lingers with a silver tray, but she's already 1,000 miles away. The ice is melting in a slow decay, while the saxophone carries the sins away. There is a vintage ache in the way she sips, with a prayer for mercy on her gin lips. The city is a furnace that burns so cold, for the hearts that traded silver for the gold. Drinking down the silence of a Manhattan sky, where the buildings are tall and the spirits are dry. Saxophone carries the sins away. There is a vintage ache in the way she sits, with a prayer for mercy on her painted lips. The city is a furnace that burns so cold, for the hearts that traded silver for the gold. Drinking down the silence of a Manhattan sky, where the buildings are tall and the spirits are dry. Tea leaves at the bottom say that love is coming down our way.
So spin the cup and read the signs between the copper-colored lines. A lucky star, a golden shoe, it all begins and ends with you. We've got no time for winter blues. The bubbles in the crystal glass are winking as the ladies pass. It's high class fun and fancy play until the breaking of the day. We'll swing and sway in style so fine and leave the weary world behind. Hey, the moonbeams dance upon the floor. I couldn't ask for any more. The world is quiet, soft and gray, as all the shadows slip away. Oh, velvet night and silver light, you keep my heart
within your sight, a tender sigh, a gentle plea. Just let the music set us free. Upon the floor, I couldn't ask for any more. The world is quiet, soft and gray, as all the shadows slip away. Just let the music set us free. The clock is frozen at the dark, a lonely flame without a spark. The rain is writing on the glass as all the ghosts of summer pass. Before the cold and heartless day, a velvet ache, a blue design. Your memory tastes like bitter wine. A velvet ache, a blue design. I'm leaning down to shake my hand, while gravity behaves like shifting desert sand. I tried to put my worries in a heavy wooden crate, but they grew skinny legs and started dancing on the plate. The wallpaper is peeling off to tell me jokes about the weary businessmen and all that weary folks. I'm wearing mismatched socks to fight the inner fog, while keeping conversation with a non-existent dog. This hollow space is blooming with the strange and wild grace. I find the sunny shapes inside this quiet, lonely place. The heavy weight is floating like a feather in the breeze. I'm finding all the answers while I'm falling on my knees. It's a bright and dizzy feeling in a house without a soul, watching all the fragments turn into a perfect whole. This hollow space is blooming with a strange and wild grace. I signed the funny shapes inside this quiet, lonely place. The heavy weight is floating like a feather in the breeze. I'm finding all the answers while I'm falling on my knees. It's a blind and dizzy feeling in a house without a soul, watching all the fragments turn into a perfect whole. The shadows play the banjo on the kitchen floor. I locked the ghosts out, then I took away the door. There is a kindness in the way the silence hums, beating on the table like 1,000 tiny drums. A circus in the pantry and a parade in my hall. The biggest squeeze of all feels like nothing much at all. I painted every corner with a shade of mental blue, until the shades got bored and turned a sunny hue. The clock is ticking backwards just to pass the time, searching for a reason in a pantomime and rhyme. Four walls are stretching out to give me room to breathe, beyond the tangled lines that my tired fingers weave. It's a celebration of the gaps between the brick, a gentle little magic and its clever little trick. This hollow space is blooming with a strange and wild grace. I find the thorny shapes inside this quiet, lonely place. The heavy weight is floating like a feather in the breeze. I'm finding all the answers while I'm falling on my knees. It's a bright and dizzy feeling in a house without a soul, watching all that's fried me turn into a perfect whole. This hollow space is looming with a strange and wild grace. I find the sunny shapes inside this quiet, lonely place. The heavy weight is floating like a feather in the breeze. I'm finding all the answers while I'm falling on my knees.
Taxi splashed the rain on 52nd Street. I took a corner table near the back. A heavy velvet curtain kept the city heat away from silhouettes in faded black. Saxophone is bending notes like rusty wire across a room where no one speaks aloud. Just a single candle glooming like a fire beside a face lost inside a crowd. She twirls the stem and watches how the liquid clings against the crystal edge of 9:30. The band is playing something with a ghost of wings, while she is drowning in the crimson wine. The ice is melting down into a shallow pool. Her ring fingers pale and stripped of gold. She came here just to keep her composure cool before the midnight turns the pavement cold. Oh, the midnight keeps its secrets in a glass, watching every shadow as the hours pass. There is no one left to pull, nowhere left to go, when the lights are burning dim and burning low. It is a long way home from a velvet seat, on a hollow night along a Manhattan street. A man in pinstripes offers up a forced remark. She turns away and stares into the wall. The piano keys are clicking in the smoky dark, like autumn leaves that have no place to fall. The waiter brings another round of bitter red. The label says it grew in southern France, but it only brings the ghost back to her head, to join the circle of a broken dance. The clock is ticking on the cellar wall. The giants on the stage are standing tall. She puts her coat on like a suit of mail, against a world that is weary and frail. Oh, the midnight keeps its secrets in a glass, watching every shadow as the hours pass. There is no one left to call and nowhere left to go, when the lights are turning dim and burning low. It is a long way home from a velvet seat, on a hollow night along a Manhattan street. Oh, the midnight keeps its secrets in a glass, watching every shadow as the hours pass. There is no one left to call and nowhere left to go, when the lights are burning dim and burning low. It is a long way home from a velvet seat, on a whole night along a Manhattan street.
The loose chain rattles in the rusted tin beneath the weight of shadows wearing thin. The belly aches with the hollow sound while hungry ghosts walk the frozen ground. A nickel for a prayer that goes unheard, just a broken wing on a flightless bird. I saw the reaper in a suit of gray, polishing the hours of the dying day. He sits by the bed where the light goes cold, counting out the stories that were never told. The veil is thin as a winter coat, with a heavy stone inside every throat. Narrow eyes watching from the darkened door, spitting out the venom on the dusty floor. The neighbors bar the gates with iron pride, hiding all the kindness they keep inside. A cold shoulder turned to the wind that blows, planting jagged seeds where nothing grows. Down in the hallway of the transient rest, with a heavy secret beating in the chest. The walls are thin and the tea is bitter, watching the sparks in the alleyway flicker, searching for a home in a rented skin, waiting for the mercy to finally begin. A backpack, a lodge with the sagging stairs, strangers trading glances and heavy cares. The bunk beds creak like a sinking ship, with a nervous hand and a trembling lip. Foreign tongues tangled in a common grief, looking for a moment of shared relief. The bedroom walls are stained with damp and grime, marking off the distance and the theft of time. Four corners closing like a